Hoy voy a realizar una entrevista después de muchísimo tiempo y es algo que voy a empezar a hacer bastante a menudo en este canal, así que espero que les gusten. Si les gusta, por favor denle me gusta, compártanlo con sus amigos y nada, la verdad es que es algo que me tiene con muchas ansias, tengo muchísimas ganas de hacerlo, así que nada, espero que lo que tengo en mi mente lo pueda llevar a cabo y nada, que me guste. Mi plan es empezar a entrevistar a personas que yo creo que son muy talentosas, ¿tá? Tengo en la lista actores, cantantes, actrices, así que es algo que creo que puede estar muy bueno, así que creo que les puede gustar. Hoy voy a estar entrevistando a Ashton Fraser. Quizás no saben quién es Ashton Fraser, pero lo van a saber hoy. Pero no lo voy a presentar yo, sino que se va a presentar él mismo, porque realmente salieron cosas muy bonitas en esta entrevista. Obviamente estoy grabando esta intro después de haber hecho la entrevista, pero siento que quedó muy buena, o sea, superó mis expectativas por mucho, así que nada, espero que les guste y nada, me tienen que prometer algo. Si la entrevista les gustó, si este video les gustó, tienen que ir al final de este video, cuando se termine, tienen que ir a visitar el canal de Ashton y todas sus redes sociales, porque realmente es un chico que no tiene desperdicio. Ya les hago un pequeño adelanto. Él es cantante, es un cantante que habla inglés. O sea, esta entrevista va a estar en inglés subtitulada en español. Mi inglés no es muy bueno, pero me hago entender, digamos. Él me entendió bastante, porque al menos él respondía a mis preguntas, qué sé yo le hablaba y él me respondía, así que yo creo que él me entendía. Así que nada. Al final de este video quiero que, si les gustó, si les cayó bien Ashton, y si voy a ir mostrando como pequeños clips de su música, que es muy buena. Realmente es el tipo de música que a mí me encanta. Yo no sé si a los de ustedes les gustará ese tipo de música. Hace música tranquila, música en inglés, sin ningún tipo de letra inofensiva. Son letras con 100% de significado real. No son como las canciones que tenemos hoy en día, que son simplemente una letra que combina con el ritmo para que sea algo exitoso, ¿no? Lo que se conoce como un bop. Esto es música que realmente tiene un significado más allá de la música, tiene una letra muy profunda. Entonces es lo que a mí me cautivó de Ashton, y realmente es un chico muy buena onda. La verdad que me cayó súper bien. Voy a seguir en contacto con él. La verdad es que quiero seguir escuchando su nueva música. Me encantó y quiero que al finalizar este video, si les gustó, vayan a visitar su canal. Y otra cosa, Ashton es de Australia del Sur, porque dije que hablaba inglés, pero no dije de dónde era. Entonces capaz algunos estaban pensando que era de Estados Unidos. No, es de Australia del Sur. O sea, en un continente totalmente opuesto, en la otra parte del mundo. Realmente salió demasiado bien para la distancia que hay entre Uruguay y Australia. Realmente es muy lejos, chicos, muy lejos. Y los horarios son completamente distintos. O sea, coordinar fue muy difícil, porque cuando acá es de día, allá es de noche. O sea, creo, si no me equivoco, en Australia del Sur hay 13 horas más que en Uruguay. O sea, es una locura. Cuando él se iba a dormir, yo me estaba despertando. Bueno, es una locura que no tiene nada que ver, porque al final pudimos coordinar en un horario que nos quede más o menos a los dos bien. Pero no fue nada fácil, Así que nada, los dejo con la entrevista.
The ones in pain. Oh. The house is empty and no one's home. You can feel the energy drain away. They paint the pictures black and white, and nothing seems to change. You give it up for someone else to decide, based on fear. Gladly did the blurs, no end inside. We've no idea that it's harder now. It's harder now.
Okay, Ashton, so first of all, I want to describe yourself to the people who don't know you, to me. The question is, who is Ashton Fraser?
I'm Ashton Fraser. I am an Australian musician, performer, songwriter, producer, singer, all-time funny dude, full-time comedian, part-time comedian. Yeah, I hope that sums up who I am.
Okay. Now I want to know, who are your biggest influences in the music industry? Who are the singers that you say, I inspired myself listening to the music of this man, of this girl, like, tell me, what are your influences in the music to do your music,
Who are my biggest musical influences? The first one that comes to mind is Ed Sheeran. I remember watching the Jumpers for Goalposts movie when I was about 11. And I remember my dad turning to me when we were watching it before I went to school, and he goes, "You can do this. This is something you can do." Because he was playing as a solo musician to a sold-out Wembley Stadium crowd for three times. And I remember that sort of energy in the room, and I was like, yeah, I can do this. I will do this. Because this is something I know I can do, and I'm going to put everything I can into becoming a musician like Ed Sheeran. I'm not saying I am Ed Sheeran, so for anyone watching this video going, "You're not Ed Sheeran," you're probably right, because I'm not Ed Sheeran, but I'm Ashton Fraser. So have that. Another musical influence that's recently started to make its way into my music is Tina Turner. Her music is amazing. She was an amazing musician and performer. And yeah, her music, I mean, when you listen to "What's Love Got to Do With It," I mean, that's an awesome song, And her as a musician, as a person, and I think as someone that has poise on stage, I envy Tina Turner's poise. And another artist recently that I think I've just opened the door a little bit to is Bob Dylan. I have just sort of started listening to Bob Dylan, and I'm only 19, so I have a long way to live and a long time to live. And yeah, I think Bob Dylan's going to be someone that's I'll be listening to in the next few years. So yeah.
Okay, it's interesting the fact that you said Ed Sheeran, because the first time that I listened to your songs, I was like, if I close my eyes, I'm listening to Ed Sheeran, and it's so good to me because I love Ed Sheeran. So yeah, and it's like you sound like Ed Sheeran, and yeah, it's probably because you take like influences from him. So yeah, I like it. So tell me, how is the songwriting process? Because you said that you're a songwriter. You write your own songs. So I want to know, how is this process? Can you describe it?
Nathaniel, my songwriting process is something that it can be one thing one day and it can be another on the other. I mean, that's a song in itself. I'm going to write that down. There you go. My songwriting process, I think I can tell when I'm in the mood to write a song and when I'm in the mood to practice writing a song. The most recent example I can give of my songwriting process was for Weren't Said and Done, a song that I've just put out with a music video. That song was something that I'd been sitting on for years. Well, not years, I think 2 years really, maybe a year and a half. And it was about a relationship and a girl that I was seeing, and how it sort of ended. It ended and there wasn't much that was said, and there wasn't much that wasn't said. It was that sort of middle point. And I sat on the drums and one day and was and that beat was, running around on the computer, and then the guitar part I wanted to be syncopated and very sort of like it was answering the drums. It was a question and then an answer, so it sort of tied in with the title, and and that's sort of where the song can click and that spark can happen. So yeah.
Okay, Ashton, I want to know, what topics do you use to explore in your songs, in your music?
Recently, I've been trying to explore, I guess, what being and becoming an adult is. I mean, I'm 19, so I've lived 2 years as an adult, and the other 18 as not an adult, and I'm learning that the world is not black and white. It is very much grey, in not a pessimistic and dark way, in just a way that, you know, there's some things that happen that don't need to happen, and then there's things that do happen that are amazing and great. And I'm trying to write about what's in that middle area, you know. I think recently I've put out a song called Years Are Gone, and I've had a couple people reach out to me and be like, hey, this song really means a lot to me. I lost my dad in February, or, you know, and, you know, this song really means a lot to me, so thank you. And that I think has just hit me recently, because I wrote that song about, you know, relationships I was having, and friendships that weren't really working out, and friends that I'd lost through high school, and family friends that we'd lost as well. And there's a way to write about it, and I feel that there's sometimes you just need to sit with it for a bit and decide what it is you want to say about it. And I mean, it was a couple years, or 6 years really, that I was sitting with it and going, you know what, I think it's time to write about this. And yeah, I couldn't be more proud of that song, and it means a lot when I'm playing it as well as when people are listening to it. So yeah.
Ashton, can you tell me what advice will you give to people who want to start doing music?
Well, I'm 19, Nathaniel, so it's tricky, because I don't really have much advice, you know? And I think one thing I've learnt that I would tell my 15-year-old self is just keep doing the work, keep working, keep listening to other people that have your back, and you know, make sure what you're making is meaningful, and you'll look back on when you're 80 and go, I'm proud of that. And I know I'm doing that now, so I'm going to keep doing it. Yeah.
I really want to know, what are your goals for this new year?
I have one goal that's, it's the start of the new year. It's 2025. I've just put out my new EP, Captain of the Leftovers. So my goal is I'm going to be playing this around in some bars and pubs around Australia. I'm going to come overseas and probably to the UK and the US very soon and play it there. And then I have a goal that I know I will achieve by the time I'm 26, and that is playing the Adelaide Entertainment Centre to a fully sold out crowd. I know I can do it. I've been dreaming of it since I was 3, and performing on stage is something that I've been manifesting since, you know, I can remember. And I can see my family and my friends in the backstage area, and in the green room I'm walking through, and I've just watched an episode of Friends, probably the one where Ross can't flirt, and my friends and I've got my friends around, and we're just talking, and then I go on stage and play to you lovely people that are listening to my music. So yeah.
What do you hope that your listeners take away from your music? That's a really good question.
I hope that they're able to apply the stories that are in my songs to stories and situations that they're going through. You know, like I said with my song Years Are Gone, it really means a lot when someone connects with your song, because it's someone who can relate to your art that you're making, and something that's really personal to you they're relating to. It's like, I guess for people who don't write songs, or you don't make music, or you don't make films, or you don't write books, it's like when someone agrees with you in a conversation, and it's yeah? No way. Like, seriously, that happened to you as well? That happened to me. That's the same thing that happened to me. Wait, what do you mean? It's like that sort of moment is captured within a song, and it can be between 1 or 2 people, or it can be between 1 and 14,000 people, you know? That's the amazing thing about music. So that's what I want people to take away from my songs, is that, you know, I'm going through some stuff. Maybe you are. let's listen to the song and yeah, get through it. So yeah, I hope that sort of answers your question, because yeah, it's the truth.
Okay, this is more a private question, but you tell me what you want. Okay, what do you think about the current state of the music industry that we are in right now?
I think it's something, you know, that is ever changing. It's not gonna be one thing forever. It's like any job. I don't think there's one business that has stayed the same from when it first started to when it finished, you know? I don't think the music industry is going to finish. I hope, because otherwise I don't know what I'm going to do. But the current state is, I think it's good. The music that's coming out now is very impressive. I think of an artist like Teddy Swims and his trajectory and how he started recording YouTube videos and now he's, you know, I think he's in his 30s and he's really making a dent in the music industry, and he'll be remembered as one of the, you know, best singers, I think, of the 21st century, because his voice is incredible. And yeah, I think there's a lot to learn though from, you know, the recent stories that are coming out though about the music industry with artists that are, you know, dying. I think that's really a sad topic to talk about, and I don't know enough about it really. I mean, I'm only 19, so right, I know what's bad and I know what's good, and obviously I'm sticking to the good side. And there's people though that are tapping into that bad, negative side that I think you just need to stay away from, you know, whether that be drugs, alcohol. So the music industry it can be a bit, you know, be a bit risky sometimes, but you just gotta, you know, keep your wits about you, and yeah, just stay safe and and yeah, surround yourself with good people. That's all I'll say. Surround yourself with good people.
Ashton, I really want to know, what's your favorite song that you've written? You know, like, you wrote your song, so what is your favorite?
Well, that's sort of, okay, this is the answer. This is where I'm going to put it. Iron Man 3. There's a scene where all of his suits come to protect him and Tony and what's her name? Pepper Potts. Sorry, my bad. They come to protect Tony and Pepper, and that's sort of like what my songs do to me. Like, if I go through a breakup or you know, life just throws things at you, my songs come around me to protect me, and yeah, it's like they're like shields. And I think the one that's been defending me from life is Years Are Gone, my new song. And I'm not going to explain it anymore, because I think if you want to go listen to it, you can. If you don't, you don't have to. But yeah, I would listen to that song, because that song is probably the best reflection of me as a songwriter and me as a person, I think. I think about a lot of the friends that I've lost, and yeah, the people that I've lost in my life, whether that be in a relationship or, you know, people that have passed away that I know. And yeah, it makes me a bit emotional talking about it, and I think singing about it sometimes. But you know, that's life, and you gotta move through it. You gotta get going.
How do you stay motivated and inspired to make new music?
Well, Nathaniel, I think back to when I was 9 and wanting to make music from a Bruno Mars post, and I also think back to the 3-year-old me who wanted to play drums because you watched the gorilla on the Cadbury chocolate ad play "In the Air Tonight" by Phil Collins. I think about that passion and drive that I've had from such a young age, and the fact that it's in my bones and my blood. Music is running through my body, literally. And I don't care about the sound of it sounding cliche, because it's true and it's who I am. Music is me, and it's what I'm passionate about. So if you're passionate about something and you're motivated about something, you stick to it. because only good things come of that. My passion is music, and I know I was born to create music and make new music, so I'll keep doing it until I leave Earth.
Okay, Ashton, this is the last one. I wanna know what can you tell me about your last song, your new song that it's called Weren't Said and Done? Tell me everything you want about this song. Why people should go and listen to that song, man.
My new song, Weren't Said and Done, is now out, if you didn't know. And it's about that last conversation in a relationship. I was seeing a girl for a bit, and I think this song is like a little bit of a letter to her. It's like, look, there were things that weren't said and done, and this is my side of the story. And I wish there were things that were said that you didn't say, and there's probably things that you wish I had said that I didn't say. So I think what I love about that song as well is the fact that the instruments, I can mute the vocals in that song, and the instruments just tell the same story. And the guitar, the syncopation in the guitar feels like a question and an answer. So there's a lot going on in that song, and it means a lot to me. And the music video is something that I'm so proud of. My friend Alicia Angelis pretty much directed and took over with the dancing, and she did such an amazing job, and she's such a talented performer and musician, and she's going to go places for sure. And let's just put it this way: if you're driving by yourself through the hills, wherever you are in the world, put on this song. If you're driving to the beach at 7:58 p.m. in Los Angeles, listen to this song. If you're about to board a plane, or if the plane's about to take off, listen to this song, because it's these are the places I was listening to this song, and it means so much to me. And I hope you enjoy the song.
Okay, Ashton, thank you so much. It was such a good moment. I mean, you seem like a really nice guy, and I appreciate your time with me. So I hope you're the best for you this new year. I hope you can make that goal that you said. So really, thank you so much, and I hope you enjoy this like I do, because I really enjoy this. So thank you so much, Ashton.
Greetings to the people of Uruguay. I'm Ashton Fraser, and I really appreciate your support in listening to my music and everything I make with my music. The music video is out now, and I'd love for you to go see it. It's called Weren't Said and Done, and it's something that I've put a lot of time and effort into. And I've got to come to Uruguay someday, and I'm a fan of the soccer team, Uruguay. I remember watching the World Cup when I was in year 4, so it would have been 2014. I remember watching Uruguay play, and you're a great soccer team, so I imagine you're amazing people, and I can't wait to come to Uruguay someday. So thank you, Nathaniel, for having me in this interview, and it was good to chat. It's always fun to chat with just new people, and I really appreciate your time with these questions, and I'll speak to you guys soon. Take it easy, and I've been Ashton Fraser. See you later.
Cold night, you can't sleep. I can hear you battling your mind. What do you want me to do for you and I? Or is it too late? And should we say goodbye? I've stopped sleeping on the floors. I've been recognizing all my flaws, which may have led us to break up. But do you know that there are things that weren't said and done? I wish you told me before this all begun. I've made a big fool of myself, in love with someone else. There are things that weren't said
atonement before the soul.